Go. It's going.
Okay, so this is a fight in 1973 at Rajadamnern Stadium, and the red corner is named Burklerk Singgit.
And he's not the famous, legendary Burklerk?
He is not Pinsenchai Burklerk, so this is before that Burklerk, and he's fighting Chalermsak Ploenjit. Ploenjit is a very, very famous gym, and I don't know if this is maybe the man who founded it, because it's Sor Ploenjit now.
Oh.
Or it doesn't exist anymore, but it was that. But it's 122 pounds, and
out of the Sor Ploenjit gym came Gansak and many other champions.
Very, very many champions out of the Sor Ploenjit gym.
So this is a watch with me back before the golden age. This is maybe the silver age when like Siri Mongkon was a champion. This is the year after Siri Mongkon won Fighter of the Year.
Right.
And we wanted to watch this fight. I don't know if you saw the whole fight. I saw the fight. It really excited me because I feel like we're watching the prototype of some of the things that are in Golden Age Muay Thai that are no longer in Muay Thai. So you get almost like the form of it, the older form of it, and it's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll start the film rolling. Round 1.
So immediately you see this jumping in the bounce in the movement is different than what you would see in the Golden Age.
That's Burklerk, I believe, the retreating fighter who's jumping, right? This is what, and he looks to be fighting like a very kind of muscular, burly power fighter. Look at how he drags back immediately in the clinch. So here you have, it looks like Muay Mat maybe, like a punching fighter. Oh, he's already frustrated, look at him. Against a more female fighter.
And it looks like Chalermsak is left-handed, but he just walks forward, like he does not have that hop that Burklerk has.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
Back in the day, these gloves that we call the oven mitts were only 4 ounces, Diesel Noy says.
Oh, but already he looks very frustrated. Just to stop real quick, very quick little first round clip. I'm seeing already that lightness on the feet by Burklerk, which is what really appealed to me about this fight, is that for me, you've studied a lot with the legend Karahat. This is like the beginning, this is like that light. Karahat doesn't bounce, he floats.
Right.
But that light retreating, and we call it like the rubber band, where you step back and then you're launching yourself forward again.
Right.
You kind of seeing that too?
Yeah, and my very first teacher, Master K, in New Jersey.
Who's about 80 years old now.
He's in his 80s now, so he's from this time when he was a fighter, actually before this. He has that bouncing, we called it the water skipper, but it was this kind of like moving that you do not see definitely nowadays, but even in the Golden Age was not really there.
You didn't really have it, there were a couple Golden Age fighters had it, like I think Nong Kai kind of had it a little bit.
Well, we called it the Nong Ki bounce. You saw it in Nam Kabun a little bit.
Nam Kabun had it from his gym. But you're seeing it in a more intense form of it here, which is really, really cool. So let's roll forward and see how this goes. Boy! He looks so built.
So, Chalermsak now is bouncing a little bit. He's jumping on his kicks and knees.
Probably got yelled at by his corner.
But Chalermsak actually, Chalerm is a shark, so he's a very forward, known to be a forward fighter. Oh.
Look at that. Boy.
Oh, nice turn on one leg. Did you see that?
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so ballet.
He used to be able to grab the ropes too like that.
It's so ballet. The way that he, Burklerk was looking, but also floating and bouncing in the clinch, changing angles. It's What?
They showed Westerners.
Oi, backwards fighting, knee fighting. Oh, so beautiful.
Look at the bounce on it. It's like he's hitting a bag.
Yeah, which clearly he had.
Yeah,
this is his bag work. You see how his retreat, how beautiful it is? It's very Karhat-like to me.
He looks so light on his feet too. Like when he does that skip for the knee, it's what Long Suan has talked about, that nowadays people are too flat on their feet, they're too heavy. But if you look at Long Suan's knees, the way that he like skips before doing them, even in his fights, he gets very horizontal.
As you'll see there, they will lock with one arm, but they do not do the two-arm lock, the vice lock.
Yeah.
You do not see, even in the Golden Age.
Look at him jump on the
Look at these bounces. Arjan Sarat, who is an older instructor, one of the great teachers ever, taught you about jumping on kicks.
He said to be like a chicken. Like when chickens fight, they like come into the air when they're attacking, and he wants you in the air when you attack. Which totally makes you commit to the kick.
Yeah.
Like you are in it.
So Arjan Sarat, he's going to be in the Muay Thai library. Oh, here's some slow-mo. Oh, so beautiful. Look how light on the retreat in the clinch.
And look at where he's aiming to the side lower ribs.
It's just beautiful. And the turn.
Oh, that turn is nice. Oh, and Chalermsak's trying to just like punch him off. Yeah.
So, in that second round, I'm seeing this like incredible deftness on the feet, and it's not femur in the sense of like, oh, you can't touch me. It's femur in the sense of I'm not bound by gravity, but still my strikes look powerful. Like his knees look powerful, right? You agree, or what do you think?
They look pointy. They don't look powerful to me, but they look very pointed and accurate. Like you are feeling every one of them.
And that's an interesting thing. As a small side note, we showed a new fight by two Westerners to Gansak many years ago, Golden Age legend. And there was some debate online whether who had won the fight and was it close. And Gansak was like, none of those knees.
He said they weren't true.
Were true.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Hit the
yes,
target.
there were knees.
Yeah.
And yes, they were kind of landing in a vague way, but they didn't have visually defined scoring effect.
Yeah, it'd be like if you were like swimming with your arms and not actually punching anything.
So in Gansak, who's a Golden Age legend, mind, those are not even really scoring. Just like we might say, like you say, with punches that are kind of like
everywhere,
flailing and kind of hitting, but not really.
Yeah.
You can see the bag work that's been done by Burklerk, where he's not only light on his feet from thousands and thousands, but the knee point is landing and landing. Yeah. Let's go to the next little bit. Oh, it's more slow-mo.
Oh, look at him go.
I kind of want you to start doing this stuff, baby. I want you to start leaving the ground. Little bird. I don't know how this like hopping kind of got out of style, but it did get out of style. But in the Golden Age, you still had the lightness on your feet. You got more floating fighters.
Yeah.
Instead of bouncing fighters. Whoa. He's got a double plum a little bit there.
Yeah. But the clinch is being broken pretty fast. They're not super active in it. His turns are great, but he does not like swim.
In the Silver Age, I don't think they let the clinch go as long. These backward steps is something that people miss in contemporary Muay Thai.
That rip back was nice.
You want to rip back as a clinch fighter. Great clinch fighters rip back, bounce back. See, he's a little bit defeated now. Oh, this little light footwork backwards.
It's a little bit like Yodkumpan, that footwork.
Yeah.
It's a little like balloon.
Teeps. It looks like he's already won this fight now.
Yeah, it's round 4. So.
It's just retreating and counter kicking. Oh, it's a little bit like a runaway now. Oh, already, immediately, it's the grab, the snatch grab, and then the turn and the knee.
Yeah.
Like, it's all one movement.
And it has velocity to it. It's got this, like, ragdoll whip around.
Totally. Look at that. It is a backwards fighting Muay Thai fighter.
It's weird.
You will never, but you're watching some elements of style that then translated into the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. But like flavors of it, like not.
Oi!
Oh, that's a beautiful back up and teep.
So beautiful. And he's fighting a powerful fighter. You can see how powerful his opponent is.
Yeah.
He's like one of these masher knockout fighters. He has that lightness. That kind of pie may, I'm made of paper lightness where you just drift back with the breeze.
Like the faster you come, your own wind like blows them backwards a little bit.
Totally. So pretty, and I can see Master K's kick in there. Like when you trained with Master K all those times long ago. Official Muay Thai people in the U.S. were like, he doesn't even know Muay Thai, but he knew an older form of Muay Thai. It's very beautiful that you were exposed to that. Oh, you didn't know if it was a kick or a knee. And his balance is so good that it's just like it's not super powerful, but he's always ready for the next strike.
Yeah.
And it does remind me a little bit of Yokun Kwan. Look at him run backwards.
Oh, and then with his back in the corner, he's scoring.
He's scoring from the corner. So beautiful.
It seems like Chalermsak only has punches, and I don't know if that's because of how Burklerk has been fighting him, that he kind of like has oversimplified himself.
He's probably a Muay fighter, but he's behind. He has to knock him out. He has to knock him out, right?
Yeah.
He's basically just coming for the knockout.
I think he said something to him just there when he like pushed him off.
Look at his retreat, how effortless it is. I'm not a huge Muay femur fighter fan, but here you get the synthesis of Muay Thai. Oh, he did the reverse kick. Did you miss it? Oh, he didn't try it again. He tried it again.
Let me place my heel on your shoulder.
This is something Gonsak taught you a long time ago. He's basically showing off. But here you have the synthesis of Muay Thai and Muay femur.
It's amazing how as he's like coming backwards, he just leaps forward with that knee.
Rises up, yeah.
It's like Chalermsak is like impaling himself on it just by coming forward.
Oh, there's that old school, Karahat taught you that kick.
Yeah,
that
where
old
you like
school
just kind of
lean over.
Yeah.
Kind of a Baran kick. It's kind of cool that you see these older style kicks that you don't really see anymore.
Yeah, and they're coming out in round 5 because it's style.
Yeah,
so
it's style. He's just styling. Wow. It's such a beautiful fight. I love his style. Oh, look at his retreat.
Oh, he just keeps his forearms out as his guard.
Totally.
Look at him. He's like, I don't have to do anything. His timing is nice.
He gallops backwards.
His rhythm timing is just perfect.
So pretty good. Oh, he tried that kick again.
He like placed his leg.
It's like the third time. Oh man. Very beautiful.
It's
Finishing
beautiful
thoughts
to see such difference in style that like people ask like what is it that makes the golden age, and I often compare it to music where I'm like, if you listen to Led Zeppelin, you know what classic rock is. Like nobody's confused. It's a sound. Yeah. Is that the golden age has a aesthetic and a feel to it, and this being like the silver age, which is maybe a phrase not people are familiar with, but it has a different aesthetic. It has a different feel. If you watch this fight and then a golden age fight and a current fight, it's not the same. Like you would never confuse them.
A different texture and feel to it.
Yeah.
But what fascinates me is there were fighters in the golden age that had incredible had femur qualities to them, but also had Muay Khao elements. Like you talk about how Karahat was a femur fighter.
With a Muay Khao heart.
But a Muay Khao heart.
Yeah.
The synthesis of high-level technique, movement, and feet, but also the use of knees as a major weapon. I mean, this man would probably have to be qualified as a Muay Khao fighter, right?
Yeah.
But the lightness with which I've never seen a Muay Khao fighter fight this light. Like Yokumpan has a little bit of it.
Light,
Long Sawan has a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But here he is a retreating, like almost like a Samart like retreating fighter.
Yeah.
But with knees. And then these leaping kicks and knees that he's using to demonstrate his mastery over his body and his space, that he can leave the ground over and over again.
Yeah.
They're not super powerful, but they're demonstrating balance all the time. And it's almost like this weird kind of thing where the like that Pai Mei character, when the wind blows, you just drift, flow with the wind. When the charging opponent comes with his muscularity, you just kind of like, you just kind of like are unreachable in a very strange way. To me, this is one of the more interesting fights, Muay Thai fights I've ever seen. Yeah. And it was fun watching it.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see awesome stuff from the Muay Thai library, what's happening in the Muay Thai library?
There's more than 60 hours of long-form training videos with some of the best legends, crews, and fighters of Thailand. And it's basically, because a lot of the people I'm training with are Golden Age fighters, you see little elements of stuff from this, but it's from before that.
And part of what we want to do with the library is preserve those small elements. Like there were elements in this fight that got preserved to the Golden Age.
Right.
And now we have the Golden Age fighters still able to demonstrate their Muay. And we want to make sure that those elements can get transferred into whatever age this is and the future ages. These tiny small things, footwork,
style,
aesthetics of style, techniques that have been lost. Like, so those are all in the Muay Thai library. Head on over. There'll be a link in the description.
Check it out.